Hey everybody, I'm Delilah Taylor and this is Shop Small Biz Live Saturday. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday afternoon. We're going to be sitting here shopping and having fun with everybody. And today, starting off, we have Carol Turchiano and she's going to teach us all about how to look great for summer, how to bring out our eyes with some color and some mascara. So, Carol, tell us what we can do.
Hi there, everybody. My name is Carol Turchiano. I'm a presenter with Younique, and today I just wanted to go over a few of our items that we have. Now, keep in mind our cosmetics. We have naturally based cosmetics, skincare, and mineral makeup. It's all very high quality. We're best known for our 3D fiber lashes, which are two-tube set, look like this, and they come in a case just like this. What we have here is our transplanting gel. It's similar to black mascara. It's water resistant. And the second tube we have is our natural fibers made from green tea leaves. And what I'll do is I'm going to do a quick demonstration of the application of these. And it's recommended that you curl your lashes first, and then you can begin the process. So what I'll do first is I'm going to apply a layer of our transplanting gel. Again, it's green tea collagen. And see here. So I've done a layer of that. And now I'm going to do an application of our natural fibers. And you're going to notice there's going to be a dramatic increase in volume. And then I'll come back in to seal in these fibers with our transplanting gel. And as I'm putting this on, you can see there's a dramatic increase in volume.
Does it also lengthen the lashes?
Lengthening and fullness, thickness, yeah, you could tell. Now I've done one layer, and you can see the difference because now I have nothing over here and one application of our 3D fiber lashes. Many people, they do more than one. And I could do a second one and you'll see another increase.
Hmm.
Let me do this really quick.
Do you have to let it dry in
Few
between?
seconds in between. The collagen dries pretty quickly, so what I do is I hold them both in one hand when I'm applying them and make sure
Uh,
they're open. This way they're accessible. I do my collagen closest and then follow it up by my fibers in a second. And what I'll do is I can come back in, I'll do another application, and you want to stay away from the waterline when you're doing this. And you'll
Stay away from the
see
what?
the waterline where your eye is.
Oh, okay.
In your eye. I mean, it comes, you can, it comes right off, but you just want to avoid that. So I'm coming back in again, and you can see it's really increasing here. I'll go over again, seal these in.
And are you doing both products every time with each layer?
Yes. What I do is I start with the transplanting gels first. You put it on real fast, and then you come in with the natural fibers. You go over it, and then once you've done that, you just wait like a few seconds, and then you can repeat the process to make them more full. It gives a more dramatic look. So as you can see, I'm trying to get the right angle here.
Try, angle your eyes upward at the screen.
I don't know if I can see. Let's see here. So I've done 2 applications of the green tea collagen and the natural fibers. And you can see there is an increase there. I could do a third coat. Some people recommend on the third coat you do more towards the end of the eyelash to
Uh-huh.
really make them appear longer. So I can do that. Come in here. All right. And then come in again with our fibers. and then one final coat, and you'll be good to go.
So you could essentially start off with 2 coats in the morning, do your day stuff, and then add more coats when you get home for that dramatic look if you're going out
You
for the night.
absolutely could. I found that they hold up throughout the day. They're water resistant. I've worn mine from the beginning of my day, gone to work, come home, made dinner, and they're still there just as they were in the morning. It's great. Um,
Okay.
you can go for more volume though. There's no limit here to what you can do. But these are the tubes, and they come 2 tubes in a set. They come in
Mhm.
this cute little case, about the size of an eyeglass case. They go right in, and
Okay.
then they are $29 plus tax and shipping, and they're great. I love them. I wear them every day.
Okay. And when we order that, the shipping, how long does that normally take, or do you know?
It usually takes probably about like 5 to 10 business days, and it'll come right to your home address or the address that you input when you order.
Okay.
Ships direct.
So we don't have to worry about any of that. Now, you said you usually use a eyelash curler ahead of time
Yeah, you want to do the
before that.
eyelash curler first.
Do
Um,
y'all do you have those also, or you just use whatever we got?
oh no, we don't carry eyelash curlers, but you can get those at the drugstore. Like I use
Right.
the store brand eyelash curler, and it works fine for me. So
Okay.
yeah, and they're fun. Um,
Now,
go
is
ahead.
there are they waterproof?
Yeah, they're water resistant, but they do wash off easily with soap and warm water. What
Uh
you
huh.
want to do is whatever we do carry a face wash. It's called Awake. You can use that. It's amazing. If you have your own special face wash that you like, you can use that. You just recommend, wetting your face and then, lathering your face wash and just rub it on your eyes. Let it sit for like a few seconds. Rub them in, and it rinses off. You'll be able to, you know,
Okay. But if it is summertime, so if I messed up and go swimming or something, that's okay, right?
Yeah, well, I've seen some of our presenters. They've gone swimming and they come out of the pool and they take the picture and the lashes are still intact. Um, I They say water resistant. I haven't yet gone swimming with them. I will. I'm definitely putting them to the test. Yeah,
Okay.
no, other people have said they do stay on. So
No, no, so you don't have to worry. You don't get the flaking during the day, do you? Because I've had mascara that
no,
was like that, where it's by the end of the day you look speckled.
no, I
And you're
I
like,
understand. Um, I'm just gonna say real quick, the transplanting gel, when you put your fibers on, you just give enough of a coating to seal them in, and you'll be good to go.
okay. Now the tell me again what the two products are. Which one do you start off with?
Sure. The two products, we have the transplanting gel. It's like the black mascara. It's water resistant.
Is that the one you put on first?
Yeah, this is the first step.
Okay.
And when it comes out, it looks just like black mascara on the wand, just like your regular mascara.
Okay.
And then you have your second tube is your natural fibers. And I'll hold it up to the camera and you can see they're all on there. They're these little tiny fibers. And what they do is they adhere to the transplanting gel. And so they, stick onto the lashes. And then you come back in with your transplanting gel and you seal those in. And that's where you start to really notice the change and the increase in volume.
I got you. But they don't clump up, do they? Because that would.
If you're going to use probably on the third coat, you may get a little bit, but what they recommend is an eyelash comb, and
Uh-huh.
that'll just straighten it right out.
Okay, so it's not gonna take it
Yeah.
any further than that. Just
No, it's
stuff that
very
we do
simple.
anyways
Right.
to separate out. But that's only if you want to go for that third coat.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going out and you really want your lashes to stand out, yeah, the third coat's always fun.
Yeah.
That
Now,
really makes it.
so $29. How long does this usually last for
Um,
those two
well,
tubes of it?
my last one lasted me about 6 months, like 5 to 6 months, depending on how often you use it. I was using it probably like every day to every other day, and
Okay.
that's how long it lasted me. So it was a good run.
Yeah, 6 months is a good run. Does it dry out?
No, you just keep the cap on. I mean, the only thing you may find is that just from use, you eventually run out. You eventually, you're using the product, and you'll notice when it's time to replace. So,
Okay, so it doesn't really bother it, or because I've had tubes of mascara that get dry and
oh no,
like
I
everything
haven't
else.
had that problem. They seal pretty nicely. It's a tight seal on the tube. And
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it helps with the.
Now, Younique carries more than the mascara. Can you tell us about a couple of other things that you have?
Sure. Well, today I'm also wearing not just the 3D fiber lashes, but I started out um, with my Glorious Primer. And what it is, it comes in a bottle like this. It's a glass bottle. And
Uh-huh.
you pump out like 2 pumps on your hand, and you rub it into your skin, and it creates like a porcelain perfect surface. And it makes for better makeup application. And the makeup lasts all day.
Okay,
Um, and
so
that's
you can
something.
put your anything else over the top of that, and it's
Yeah,
just going to make it really a smooth surface and
right.
adheres to it, so it stays
Yeah.
longer.
It's face and eye primer, so you could, rub it onto your face as you would like a moisturizer, and then you
Okay.
can go over your eyelids because it really makes the pigment powders that we have, they really stand out and they last all day. So
Okay.
good all around.
Now,
Um,
have you got a website or
I
somewhere
do.
that we can see everything that you have? And
My website is www.uniquebycarol.com. Um, and pretty much you can view all our collections there. Um, we have a monthly special. It changes each month. Currently for May, we have it's called Customer Kudos, and we have a mini set. It actually includes the fiber lashes. You also get a tube of lip gloss, our liquid lip gloss, and then you also get 2 eye pigments, which are what the eye pigments look like. Um,
okay, do those come with brushes by any chance?
no, in that kit, the May kit doesn't come with the brushes, um,
Okay.
but we do have collections. We have brush sets, and the brushes are high quality, and they're made to last a lifetime.
Yeah.
So I,
Is everything all natural or
everything is naturally based. We have some products that are gluten free, um, some products that are vegan, some products that are both. Um,
I
we
didn't know that was necessary for face makeup, but
No, it's
okay.
okay. It's really good. I was looking for a natural line, and when I came across this, I was like, wow! I was very surprised. So you'll be able to see if you go on the website, you see which products are the ingredients. That's the key thing here. They list the ingredients on the package of all the products. And on the website, it gives an in-depth explanation of what every ingredient is. So they
Okay.
have nothing to hide. So,
Now, do you have a play? If we have questions for you specifically or something like that, is there somewhere we can contact you directly?
sure, you can send me an email. It's uniquecarol@hotmail.com. Or if you want to go to my Facebook fan page, it's facebook.com/unique lady, and you'll be
Okay.
able to get me there.
All right. Fantastic. I think I have all those in there
Okay.
for you in the comment stream, and I'm also going to put it up on the YouTube stream, so all those should
Okay.
be in there for you, hopefully. Do you have any? Okay, it's going to be 1:15 now. What is your last comment for everybody? What do they need to grab?
I would start with the 3D fiber lashes because you're going to fall in love with them. Everybody has. They're amazing.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Alrighty.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that very much. Everybody get your lashes on.
Thanks so much. Take care.
Oh, thank you. Now coming up, we have Miss Deborah Thomas, and Deborah Thomas is going to tell us all about Young Living essential oils. So, oh,
Okay.
I just lost it.
no, there you are. Well, uh, we can hear you.
Hold
There
on.
you are. You're back.
Where it says the green button. The green.
Sorry about that.
You're live on screen, and we can hear you, Deborah. So go for it. Tell us all about what you have.
Hi, I am real excited to be here today. What I'm going to be talking about is Young Living essential oils, which I think will change people's lives. They're changing my life, and I've been into healthy, alternative, good for you products for 45 plus years since I was a young adult. And so what I'm going to do today, and Delilah, I'm so happy to be on this venue because you are taking me actually from the horse and buggy all the way to the moon with this, because I couldn't even turn a computer on just a few years ago. So hallelujah. But what we've got here is Young Living is basically, you can do a medicine cabinet makeover. You can make over all the things in your medicine cabinet, your things that you use for household cleaners, all kinds of things that you just use in daily life. You can change by using essential oils that actually will not only be healthy for you and give you a better quality of life, but they also will continue to improve uh, uh, your health as you use them. Right now, I have a diffuser going on in the room that I'm in with thieves oil, and it smells so good. But it's been tested by university and private testing agents to kill 99.96% of any kind of bacteria or germs that are in the air. So it makes you healthy along with doing a lot of other things that are just fabulous. So essential
And
oils has about they have a huge number of products. They have individual oils and combination oils. They have healthcare products. There's a lot of things, and it's just too much to focus on in a 15-minute segment. I mean, it would be impossible. So what they have is what they call a starter kit that has 10 oils, the diffuser, all kinds of samples, all kinds of great information and stuff in it. And so what you're saving is more than $86 in buying this kit as opposed to buying individual oils. So the thing that got me interested was my daughter, who I raised learning how to use natural products and other things that I'm not going to mention. But she got into the essential oils and with my grandkids. And I had an on-the-job injury that was not healing. I was not recovering well from it. I was in pain every day and just powering through, wondering if I was going to just be suffering with pain every day. And my daughter says, "Mom, hey, let me, put these oils together for you, and I'll make you this pain balm, and you can put it on topically and see, if it makes any difference." So what I did was I said, okay, whatever, I can be the guinea pig for this. What have I got to lose? So she makes this pain balm for me. I put it on every day. And what happens is that I thought, well, I don't know if this is working or not, but I'll keep using it. And after a couple weeks of using it, putting it on every day, just in the morning before I go to work, I noticed that, hey, I'm not having the pain like I was. And then all of a sudden it's like I wasn't having any pain. And then it was like I was going days and then weeks and then months and months with no pain in the area that I basically was resigned to just having to have pain for the rest of my life. And so not only did the pain go away, but it's been healing my injury from the inside out on a cellular level, on a molecular level. And I thought, okay, I need to learn about this, which is what I do. I'm a mother of 7 children that, yes, I gave birth to. I have grandchildren. I homeschooled for 19 years. I did all our medical whatever, and trust me, we had a lot. going on. You know, I've treated kids, adults, animals, whatever, with natural remedies. So I thought I need to learn more about the oils. I've never given myself time, but my youngest child's out of the home now. I can spend some time and look into this. So that's what I did.
Okay.
So
You said that you have something that's running through your aerator or something right now.
yes, it's called a diffuser, and what it is it's a. Let me see if I pull it up over here. I can't see what you're seeing, so this is what it is, and it's you put distilled water in it or purified water in it, and put the oils in it and turn it on. It has a little natural like night light to it, and it pours the steam out, which diffuses the oils through the steam, and it goes into the air. So it'll go off automatically, or you can turn it off with this little push of the button here. If you leave it run, it'll run anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, depending on how much water you've got in there. And I love it. And everybody that's used it wants another one for this room and another one for that. And I had one at work that
Is it also scented, or can you get it?
you put the scent in with your oils.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
that's what you're doing is you're putting the oils in there. So at work, I worked in a senior living community, very high end, and a lot of people were getting sick, getting pneumonia, going to the hospital. A lot of the staff was sick. I put this in the back there. I had everybody coming and gathering around me because they're like, "Oh, that smells so good," and I was killing germs. I mean, it smelled fabulous, but I was killing germs. I was keeping people healthy. So what I have in there now is called Thieves, which is a combination uh, uh, essential oil that has clove, lemon, cinnamon, eucalyptus, radiata, and rosemary in it. So it's a combination thing. And the reason it's called Thieves is because back in the 15th century, during the bubonic plague that killed half of Europe, these thieves or grave robbers were going around, stealing from the dead bodies and stuff, but they weren't dying. They weren't getting sick. They weren't getting the plague. So they were captured, and as the story goes, and it's not a story because it's documented, but they were inspired to tell people what it was that was keeping them well, and it was this combination of different herbs that they had up at their mouth and were inhaling and using to keep all the bacteria and all the germs and everything away. So Thieves is like a staple to me. I keep it in my purse. I have a couple oils that I'll change out and have different things, but Thieves is a staple. I made a 1,000-mile trip this last weekend from Southern California to Oregon and had a sore throat, felt like I was getting sick, put a drop of Thieves on my throat, and in an hour, I don't have a sore throat. It compounds, it helps build your body cellularly to health. But I made a kind of a little list of what I use Thieves for, and so you can put it at the bottom of your feet, like for colds or flu. It is something that you can actually ingest because it is food grade essential oil, which is fabulous.
Does it help ears at all? I get
Yeah,
ear
it'll
infection
help
a
with
lot.
ears, but there's other oils that are even better for ears. But it'll help with amazing things. I had a canker sore, which I thought I hadn't had one of those since I was a kid, and it just came up. I'm sure it was stress, and a combination of things. But canker sore inside of the mouth, and those are really painful. And I thought, oh my gosh, what the heck? So I take the Thieves, I rub a little bit on my inside of my lip, and the pain went immediately away, and within an hour, my canker sore was gone.
Well, in
So,
an hour.
in an hour.
That is awesome.
Oh, yeah, it is awesome. It is awesome. Now I can't say, oh, that's going to happen for every single person. We all have different body chemistry. We all have the chemistry that is affected by, what we eat, where we live, what we're surrounded by, the body that we were born with, all the stuff that it's had to deal with our whole lives. And so, we can't say, oh, yeah, this is exactly what's going to happen for everybody. But we use the thieves, like I say, it kills bacteria, it kills germs. My daughter just posted on Facebook, which I thought was hilarious, but she just posted a before and after of what she'd recently used thieves for, and it was she had upholstery from her dining room chairs that she cleaned the upholstery. They just moved into an old farmhouse with all wood floors, and there were a lot of scratches on the floors. She took care of the scratches on the floor. She had before and after of that. So upholstery, scratches on her natural wood floors. She puts it in her dishwasher. She wipes everything down with it. I know the other thing was her stainless steel refrigerator, which had kids' handprints and stuff on it, and you're supposed to use all the chemicals and whatever to wipe it down or whatever. And she used the thieves on it, and it just came right off. So everyone that gets the thieves is like, oh, I love this. It smells so good. It's so good for me, and it does a million things. So when you get the premium starter kit with Young Living, you get thieves. You get 9 other oils that come in the kit. You get the diffuser. You get samples of other oils. You get like this smorgasbord of oils that you can try and use. They're the ones that you would use the most. They're not like these random oils that you're like, well, what am I going to use that for? I use all of these. I mean, my daughter, a friend of ours, just said she was making a Thai dish and didn't have any lemongrass. So she's like, oh, I have lemongrass oil. She put a drop of that in her Thai dish that she was making for a company, and she said they were all like, this is to die for. This is the best thing we've ever had. We don't know if it was the lemongrass from the oil, but that solved her problem of not having that in the kitchen because it was food grade and she could add it to her food. So
fantastic. Now,
yeah.
how do we get a hold of you to get this
Well,
smorgasbord?
You can go to bilty./oilswithdeb, or go to oilswithdeb@gmail.com, or you can call me at 503-868-8458. That's probably going to be the slowest way to get a hold of me. I'm not really into being on the phone all the time, so using the Gmail account or going to the Bilty /oilswithdeb would be the best thing. And I'd be happy to give people a link or to talk to them more about the oils, give them more information. But it is fantastic.
Well, that is fabulous. I know we've all got pains and aches and stuff everywhere, or constantly getting a cold. Yeah, I've got 4 kids myself, so. Yeah, stuff's always dirty. It's always messed up, and they're always sick.
There's always something. Well, my youngest grandson was a grouch. I mean, he's turning 2, but he was a grouchy baby, grouchy caterpillar. And my daughter would put the diffuser on with chamomile and lavender, and that boy just calmed right down. He just was a new person, and it worked every single time. So
wow.
Yeah, this stuff it changes your life. Changes your life.
Fantastic. We are coming up on the 1:30. We've got all your links in there, so everybody visit her and get you some essential oils. I know I've got some ear pain that I really want to get rid of because it's killing me. So,
I would love to help you.
Deborah, honey, I appreciate you being here. That was fantastic.
Thank you, Delilah. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, everybody. We are going to welcome in Miss Tracy.
Hi, everybody. Happy
Wonder-
small business shop from your couch Saturday. Is there a hashtag, Delilah?
Honey, if there isn't, there needs to be. We got to come up with a hashtag for this show.
That's a heck of a long of a tweet.
Yeah, that's a long tweet. Hashtag SSBS, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Tell us about the Nerium, baby, because this stuff
Oh.
is fantastic, y'all. I know, because I have some.
Yay. Yeah, this is your, what, when did you get it? Sometime this week? So this was your third night?
No, tonight will be my third night. I've used it for 2 nights.
Yay!
Yes.
Well, when we, if you notice, I kind of have my hair pulled back, and I've got a nice little bucket of water here because I didn't want to spray myself on air just in case that got weird. But I'm going to put some on myself today so everybody knows how to do it, and then you can tell us how it feels when you do it. And just before I go, I wanted to thank Deb. My mom has a local distributor in her area that she buys the essential oils from, and she had a horrible bout of shingles about 4 years ago, and the pain from it was intense until she started using those essential oils for her pain management, and it literally changed her life. She was debilitated from the pain prior. So yeah, get on her site and go look at a holistic way to get out of your pain relief. It's fantastic. So with that, I'll talk about what I love, since she got to talk about what she loves. And let's see, I've been with Nerium for about 1.5 years, and I told my story last week, but suffice it to say that I had those awful black rings around my eyes. I'm Polish. I'm 49.5, so that's just natural. That happens this time of our lives. And I also had some other issues. I had this spot here on my neck. I don't know if you can see it, but it used to be as big as a dime, and my dermatologist said, thank God it wasn't any kind of precancerous or anything. It was just what happens to your skin when you get older. Hoo-hoo, don't we always want to hear that? And had no idea that some crazy night cream would help me ease that down a little bit right before the witch's brew hair started growing out of it, which now, like I said, it's down really far. But I've been using it for 1.5 years. When the day cream came out, never wanted to put moisturizer on my face during the day, but our product came out, so I thought, what the heck, I'll try to use it. And it has really, now I have 24 hours of this antioxidant on my face. I don't worry about going out in the park. I don't worry about being next to car exhausts and everything else, because this antioxidant is just working on my face. So let me show you what the products look like. We have, this was our flagship, Nerium AD. It's our night cream, all pretty silver bullet bottle.
That's the one that I have. Right?
That's the one you got, yeah. And then we have Nerium Day Cream, exact same bottle, but day and night, you know, obviously, sun and moon. And then for international guests, we have Optimera. And Optimera is our line that's going around the world. It is available in Canada only right now. Actually, BC and Ontario, those 2 provinces, we're doing the things that legally you have to do to get over there. And then just in April, last week I didn't have a bottle, and this week I have an empty bottle because nobody has a full bottle because they just are being used. But Nerium Firm is our toning and texture for the fun spots that I don't know how many tricep pulls you do. I don't do near enough, so might as well assist my tricep pull with some beautiful lotion. And again,
Triceps,
the power of the antioxidant in there.
Triceps, are you talking about the bottom of the arm?
The bottom of the arm, it's kind of fun product to talk about, especially in a hangout on air, is any place that is dimply, and you can just let your mind go where your dimple spots are, this works. And I use it more than the back of my arms, the back of my thighs, elsewhere. We won't go into. But Nerium Firm is our new contouring product that, again, has the power of our antioxidant. And to introduce you to our antioxidant, I'm still a stuffed animal person at 49 and a half. This is Nate. He's our mascot. The element is NAE8. That's the extract that came out of the oleander plant from MD Anderson. And I'm not a formulator, but they mix it with the good stuff and then put it in the product. And you get the results that that I've gotten and thousands of others have gotten across the country to just help your skin with the stuff that happens to us. I don't know about you, Delilah. We're almost the same age. You're probably a lot younger. But did you ever do the baby oil and mercurochrome sunbathing?
I never did. I've seen it done, but I didn't do it.
Well, you're smarter than me, of course. We used to climb up on our tin roof in Cloudcroft, New Mexico, where we lived, up in the mountains, and slather ourselves with mercurochrome and baby oil and try to get a suntan.
Yes.
Horrible for your skin. Needless to say, my skin was incredibly, incredibly damaged. And you flash forward to trying to find a product. I'm passionate about sustainability. I'm passionate about natural choices, things that aren't GMO, things that aren't animal tested, something besides Botox, which, ooh, isn't that fun? Needles and formaldehyde, just exactly what you want on your face. So this gives everybody the option to put the night cream on and watch their face change. And I wanted to show you, and I tested it with some friends over the week. These pictures come out pretty good when I hold them up to the camera like this. This is a friend of mine. His name is Phil. He's actually, I've met him. He's become a friend since Miriam. He's in our pamphlets. But see how his face has those wrinkle lines? That's what mine used to look like. And after 30 days, this is what his face has become. And it's just unbelievably amazing, the toning. And men like it so much because, like you know, all you have to do is wash your face at night and put this stuff on and go to bed. And that's something, no offense to you men watching, that's something a guy can do, is wash their face and rub some stuff on. And here's another picture that I love I want to show you. I haven't met him yet, but his first picture, see these crow feet lines that we all get? And
Yes.
look at him after. Look at how much toned he has since then. Anyway, you can go to my website, tracybaker.nerium.com, and look at all of the before and after pictures and read some of the testimonials. I have a Google Plus friend. Her name is Wendy. She gave me the approval today to put her testimonial that she posted back in March after a full month of using the product. She told me I can go ahead and link that testimonial in. So I'm gonna, if you guys want to read what Wendy has to say about using the product. So do you have any questions for me before I get embarrassing and put this stuff on my face?
No, actually, you know, I've used the night cream twice now, so I just want to make sure that I'm doing it all right and everything's working. And
Okay, I've never wetted my face on live camera before, but so you wash your face at night, and we say leave your face moist. So I just dip my hands in some water and rubbing it, and I go all the way down my neck and my chest. And it's not dripping, it's just moist. And then it's 4 pumps. I don't know, how are we going to do this? I really practiced this, but it's kind of fun. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. You see it's a very kind of creamy golden serum. It has no water in it. So that's why you want to put it on a moist face, because the water will not only wake up your skin, it will also help this go on too. And then I just kind of like a little old lady in her cold cream and rub it in. And some anesthetician told me I was supposed to go up my neck and not down because of the muscles or something like that. So I go up my neck. I have that big intention in my forehead from frowning at people my whole life. And so I do that. And I have, I was a smoker at one point. I have quit. Woohoo! But
yay, good for
have
you.
those, you know, even if you drink out of a straw, you have those straw lines. Those
lines, yeah.
lines. The ones your lipstick that everybody's telling us about goes up in.
Yeah.
So I do a good rub around my mouth, and then around my eyes, back down over my forehead, and then what's left, I put on the back of my hands.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I put a little more water. It's easier when you're on the sink. I put it on the back of my hands. If it ever, I don't know if you got this, did it start feeling sticky at some point?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the lack of moisture in it. So just get a little more dip on the water.
Does it matter if the water is warm or cold or?
Whatever your body wants.
Okay.
If they say, again, not being a makeup girl, they say, or a beautician, esthetician, an esthetologist, all of that. Cold water will constrict your pores, and warmer water will open up your pores. So maybe just a nice in between, not one extreme or the other, would be good, because you don't want your pores to constrict, because then the stuff doesn't get in there.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then I make sure, I kind of cheat because of my issues, and I get like a half a pump, and I go on that spot, because I really want that spot gone. I go on that spot really good, and with the other half of it, I go on my eyebrows, just like if I was putting on eyeshadow.
Uh-huh.
And then I go under my eyes, because I really want those dark circles gone. And so I use 5 pumps, 4.5.
Okay.
And then I'm done. And now,
Fantastic.
when you do this, how does it feel on your face, Delilah, when you do that?
Well, for the first 2 times I've used it, after I've get it nice and rubbed in, I mean, it's just really smooth.
And what do you think about the smell? Because it is 100% botanical.
It's different. It's not overpowering. It doesn't stink. It doesn't smell great. It's just different, but it's gone within a matter of seconds, and then I just don't smell it anymore. So it really doesn't make a difference, one way or the other. So,
very good.
Yeah.
Some people expect, because of the other products out there, for it to smell a little fluffier, for lack of a better term. It has no perfumes in it, so it's a very botanical, natural smell. I've had people tell me that it really smells like crushed grass. My mother-in-law thinks it smells like cucumbers.
Right.
These.
Yeah, and it is. It's like a natural scent. It's not overpowering. It's not severe or anything, and then but it's gone within a matter of seconds. So you don't really even notice it anymore. After that, so it's not.
And then, do you feel the tightening on your face, kind of like an egg wash mask, is what I like to tell people?
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
So that's
absolutely.
So when you start using it, that's what you should expect, is the smell of the Venerium to sort of dissipate after that application in a few minutes or a few seconds, and then a nice little tightening, and all of it absorbs in, all of it goes straight to your skin. You don't have to worry, like a cold cream mask, that it's going to get all over your pillows and stuff, right? It's safe to use on your sheets.
Yeah, I haven't woken up with anything on there because it's completely absorbed, so within a matter of minutes. The big question I wanted to ask is, the next morning, am I supposed to wash it off? Because I forgot to ask you that.
Well, yes, you are. I'm not going to get into your when do you take a shower, because everybody wants to know, but we don't need to go there. But yeah, just wash it off before you apply your makeup or whatever you're doing for the day. And for me, I wash it off, and then I go and have my breakfast and all of that stuff. And before I get my day started, I brush my teeth. My mom's a hygienist, and then I put my day cream on, which is a wonderful moisturizer.
Okay. Now, at night, you're supposed to wash your face before you put the night cream on, so that would take off the day cream anyways.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. I got you. And then, what is the other product that you have, the one that keeps selling out? Tell me about that. What is that?
Miriam Firm. Oh, heavens. Everybody wants a toning cream. Everybody maybe has tried a toning cream. one that promises to get rid of the dimpling and all of that.
I call that the waddle.
The waddle. Yeah.
The waddle. And, you shake your arm and this part down here moves. And
well, I'm sorry.
This thing is a
I don't know where to
goblin.
go with that. I don't know where to go with that.
Sorry.
Yes, we all that use Nerium think it is the miracle cream, but it's not. Nerium Firm is not going to erase skin or all of that. It will tighten it. There's many of us that have been using the night cream on our necks that don't have that waddle. Janie last week talked about that. But Nerium is designed as a contouring cream. It has Nate in it, our patented antioxidant. And so when you get, the dimpling is caused by the unevenness of the skin. Right. So when you put that antioxidant onto your skin, everything just smooths up and tightens away as it's pulling out the toxins and everything else that an antioxidant naturally does. And as a company, we're being very, very careful with our before and afters. We amassed an incredible volume of before and afters with our day and night cream because people were just taking selfies and sending them into the company or posting them on Facebook and Twitter, and some G+ people have posted them too. But with Nerium Firm, we're being very, very careful because one leg, take a picture, the other leg, take a picture. There's no distinguishing mark as if that is or is not the same person, because when you take a picture of your face, obviously it's the same person, but body parts are a little different. Plus, body parts are a little different in that you might take a picture of something and have something in there that you really don't want shown to the world. Like you take a picture of under your arm and you get a little of the other action, or you take a picture of your leg and you get a little bit of the other action going on. So, Firm has been on the market since the end of April, and all before and after pictures that we're taking, we're sending into the company for them to verify and certify and then put out in the world. So go to Nerium.com. Our fan page on Facebook has some beautiful Nerium Firm before and after pictures. And just like, I keep saying it, I'm not a beautician, I'm not an esthetician, I'm not a formulator, I'm not a chemist. All I know is what works. And it works. Just try it and put it on. And you should see just amazing results in your, maybe you'll still have the waddle part, but it'll be a firmer waddle.
Gotcha. It'll be a nice smoother waddle.
A smoother waddle. Look at Gads. Where did we go, Delilah?
Just sorry. I didn't mean to goof you up.
That's okay. I knew it. I knew we were going to go there. That's why I got a longer time slot this time, because it's just so much fun to go there. But
when we go and look at those pictures, we don't have to worry about them being photoshopped and all that other mess.
Or you don't have to worry about seeing parts of a body you really don't want seen. I mean, we're a family company, so that's what they're doing. They're just verifying that Joe is Joe or Jill is Jill in both pictures, so that we know that if the naysayers out there ever say those pictures are photoshopped, we have documented proof that they're not. We have documented proof that they're the same person, that that's the same arm, that that's the same leg, that that's the same person. Because our integrity, we want you to take pictures of everything, because we bet the company on your before and after pictures. If you go into XYZ department store and some sweet girl says, buy this stuff, she's not going to say, take your before and after picture and send it in the company. That's how much we know it works. Right. We do that. We want you to take your before and after pictures. And with Nerium AD, Miss Delilah, I talked to you yesterday about this. I hope you took your picture. When you as a customer take your picture, there is a 90-day contest that you can win a free trip to Miami and hang out in a 5-star spa for 4 days or whatever it is 3 nights, 4 days, or something like that, and you can win as just a customer. You can win this fantastic trip if you take your pictures. So take your pictures. That's it.
I'm so bad at taking my picture. I really am. I forget, but I need to because I
forget again.
I did. I get these little crow's feet right here. You see them, and and it's like really bad over here.
Well, nobody's gonna see them but you, honey, until they're gone.
And redness across to here. I've got it covered up with makeup right now, but I don't want to wear makeup. It's summertime. I get tired of it. I don't want to go to the pool trying to cover up this redness here, which is actually a little bit better than it was yesterday. I wish I would have remembered to take my stinking picture, but I forgot to. But hopefully that'll be gone. Be nice and even. No, I'm awful.
Okay. I don't know how. I need your phone number so I can text you like I do my customers. I can text you and say, stop. It's 8 o'clock. You're going to wash your face. Take your picture. Because nobody will see it but you until you're ready to show it to the world. It's just on your phone like every other picture you've ever taken. Yeah. But you're really gonna want the picture so that you can just see your progress. You know.
We've got a message here from Elena. Great tips.
Hi, Elena.
If anybody's got any questions, hey, pop them in the comment stream. And I'll ask them up here for her. And, let me move that.
Yeah, I even have my computer open just in case somebody asks me some sort of chemistry question that I don't know.
And Alexander Ortiz, tuning in to support as I run around my house carrying a laptop while getting the chores done. That is awesome.
Yay!
Yeah.
You know, I'm telling you, HOAs are going to be, nobody's going to turn on their TV anymore. They're just going to turn on you, Delilah. It's going to be fun.
Well, there's a lot more than me, but yeah, you get a whole lot out of it. A lot more training and information and a whole lot of stuff. It's just amazing.
And you get, and with what you're doing now, you get to talk to people who are using the product, which is, you know, again, when you go to the grocery store or department store, sometimes because they're selling 50 products, that each person is not using those products, perhaps. And anyway, so I just love what you're doing. But
thank you. I actually have a question about the day cream.
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have sunscreen in it?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Neither of them do.
Okay.
Obviously, the night cream, you don't need sunscreen at night. And let me... why it doesn't is because you may want 15, I may want 30, somebody else may want 8, somebody else may want 72. Everybody's different on their choice of sunscreen. And as Dr. Canote from Nerium Biotech and Nerium Skincare, the formulators, as they started working on putting together a day moisturizer for us, they couldn't find, they really went into it with not putting any chemicals in it, is to try and keep it as natural as possible. And sunscreen is chemical, so they also they wanted Nate, my stuffed animal, they wanted Nate to do his work. And finding a formula with the sunscreen and with Nate operating at his highest power became impossible. So they asked us and did a whole lot of research, did some field questions and stuff. You know, leave it out, because you can put this moisturizer on and then at 11 o'clock go out to the pool or go play golf. I see all your golfing pictures, and then you get to put your sunscreen of your choice on over your moisturizer.
Okay. We have a question from Elena. Do you have products about aloe vera?
I don't have products about aloe vera. Aloe vera is an active ingredient in all of our products.
Okay. Elena, I hope that answered your question there.
Yeah. And you can go, again, tracybaker.nerium.com. If you go under the products section in there, you will have on the left-hand side of the screen a PDF of all the ingredients and just pages and pages and pages of information on everything that's in both Nerium Day, Nerium Night. There also is a product price comparison for what else is out there on the website. and of course testimonials and all that, and commercials, you know, the produced video commercials that we do, because they're so fun.
Yeah. Now, you have a membership program or something, or you buy so many bottles and you get a bottle free. What have you got going on right now? What is that about?
So the specials that are going on right now, and today is the last day of 2 of our specials. So you purchase the night cream, yay, and you purchase the day cream, yay. That's the combo pack, day and night. And as long as you keep receiving, notice I didn't say paying for, as long as you keep receiving the night cream, you order this for 3 consecutive months, your day cream is free for life. Okay. That's a $40 value that's free for life, as long as you keep receiving the night cream. The night cream, this is a special that's not going to go away. It's just part of our company's lexicon. It's called 3 You're Free. You order the night cream, you see these amazing results on your face, you start telling the world, because you will, or people will come up to you and say, God, your skin is fantastic. What are you using? And you'll say, go to my website and buy this. And when you have 3 people buying from your website, ordering it just like they would your page on Amazon, you get loyalty points and your night cream is free. So with recommending a product you love, you get your night cream for free. And by buying the day cream 3 times, you get it free for life. Doesn't matter if you're paying for this or not. If you give 3 people to buy it and you get this for free, as long as you receive it, this comes for free. So you can have this $120 value for the price of shipping and handling. All you have to do is share it with friends, which we do anyway with products we love. Fantastic, yeah. Right?
Yeah. Every time I find something I love, I tell somebody. You know,
exactly.
Every time, you know, you gotta try this. You won't believe it. It takes the redness out of my nose, my T area right there. My sister-in-law would be the first person that I'm telling, because she has like really fair skin like I do, and hers is like, her area right here is about as red as my hair. And so it's like, and she's always like covering with makeup, and it's just not covering it up, and so that would be
fantastic for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you become a preferred customer, which is you have a delivery shipped to your house every month, and I wanted to address this because I had a lot of questions since last week of people who didn't want to get on an auto ship, and I know there are companies out there that do funky things in regards to auto ship, and we don't. And I can just, there's nothing else I can do but say we don't. We absolutely do not want your money if you don't love our product. You, with your free website, have total access to your order. You can do whatever you want to. You find it working on your face, you want to order it for the liver spots that are going down your legs, and you want to get another bottle, you just go to your website and order a second bottle. You want your friends to see a video, you tell them to go to your website. You have complete control over your auto ship. And you have me, not necessarily 24 hours a day, because eventually I'm going to not pick up my phone after 7 when my husband comes home, but you have access to me, and I will guarantee that if you don't love what's happening for you, we will get your money back.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
well,
fun.
honey, we are coming up at the end of the hour. Oh, you got one last comment here from Alexandra. Let's see. Oh, and thank you, Elena. She said she loved my hair. The product seems amazing. Just went and checked reviews on Amazon, and it looks like almost as many people hate it as liked it. It seems you've got a 50-50 change of it working. Do you offer any kind of money-back guarantee? We just went through that, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay.
Alexandra, reach out to me. We have a complete 30-day money-back guarantee. And I'll talk you through it. It's amazing. Check out my website, tracybaker.nerium.com, and go through the money back guarantee section.
Okay. Yay. All right, honey. Well, I've got your link from there. Go in there and hit the comment stream. So, thank you, baby. Now
bye, everybody.
We're going to bring in Miss Courtney, and Miss Courtney is going to tell us all about getting ready for summer, being in bathing suit and swimsuit areas, and making us feel better from the inside out. So, Courtney, take it away.
Hi, Delilah. I'm happy to be here today. Um, and I actually am just going to talk about It Works Global. I don't know, a lot of people have probably heard of it. We kind of call it that crazy wrap thing because everybody, when they first hear about it, thinks it just must be crazy. Like, how does this work? And what it does is you simply take the wrap out of the container, you put it on anywhere from the neck down, and it tightens, tones, and firms. And you must drink water while you have the wrap on because that's how it flushes out the toxins that it's getting rid of. That's essentially how the wrap itself works.
Okay. Does it matter if it's ice water or any of that crazy stuff? Just water. Okay.
Nope, just water. We just want to make sure that you're drinking a lot of water because it's not a water loss. It's actually, we're encouraging you to drink water so that it flushes out the toxins.
Okay.
As far as that goes. 9 out of 10 people see results in the first 45 minutes on the first wrap. And they do come in a box of 4, and they come in a box of 4 for a reason. It is one full treatment in a box of 4 wraps. But 9 out of 10 people do see results in that first 45-minute wrap. And I'm actually running a special to try just one wrap is usually a value of $30, and I'm doing it for $20 just through today. So
just today.
Yeah, end of the month. So if anyone wants to order that, we can get in touch directly for that because I actually would just ship that directly out to you from my house.
Okay, so to contact you directly, are they going to email you or find you on Facebook, or where would they go?
Either way is fine. Either way is fine. My email is parsonscourtney@comcast.net.
Okay.
And my Facebook is facebook.com/cash2wrap with a number 2.
Yeah. And I've got those here, y'all. I'm going to put them up in the comment stream for everybody so you know where to find her and get that. So, okay, go ahead.
Okay, and basically this is what it does. Hopefully you can kind of see the picture. What it's going to do is it's going to tighten, tone, and firm, and it's going to help reduce the appearance of cellulite. It is a completely all-natural, botanically based formula put onto a woven cloth. So it's very durable. You can cut it into as many pieces as you need to. So some people will wrap this area under their neck or their arms, their legs. Any area from the neck down can be wrapped, and you can trim the wrap to fit. And it's only available through independent distributors.
Okay, and how do they get it to stay on?
Well, the product itself will make it adhere, but what we recommend is using a plastic wrap and just wrapping it around a couple times just to keep the wrap where you want it to be and so that it stays in contact with the skin. And you only want to wrap every 72 hours because the product continues working for 72 hours. So you don't want to put another wrap on until that time has passed. Now, in between time, we have a defining gel that you can use. You can use that up to 2 times a day, again, anywhere from the neck down. It's a less concentrated version of what's in the wrap. So it comes just in a tube like this. And a lot of people will use this to maximize results in between, or maybe they want to focus on like cellulite on their legs, while they're wrapping the stomach or that kind of thing.
Okay. Now, the product that's on the wrap itself, do you know what any of that is? I mean, is it chemical based? Is it natural based? Is it oils? Or what is any of that made out of? It's nothing harmful, right?
No, it is completely all natural. It's a botanically based formula. There's several ingredients in it, which you can go to my website if you want the exact breakdown of the ingredients. We're not doctors, so we don't necessarily get into the chemistry side of it. I just know that every time I put it on somebody, it works.
Okay.
So, that's the company itself has been around for 13 years. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. It was a $300 spa treatment in Europe before It Works bought the rights to the product. And now you can get an entire box of wraps for $59 as a loyal customer.
Okay, and how many wraps are in that box? Is that the 4?
4. Yeah,
Okay.
there's 4 wraps in the one box.
Okay. And if we
And
were to buy those individually, how much would they be normally?
well, retail price on a box of wraps is $99.
Okay.
But the loyal customer price is $59. And what a loyal customer is, you're basically just making a commitment that you're going to purchase one product a month from us for 3 months. And there's no annual fee in that case. So you get the wholesale pricing. You pay the same price that I do for all of our products. So, like I said, a box of wraps is $59. We have a lot of other products that you can, always switch to your second or third month. We have our greens, which some of you might have heard about. They come in a tub like this, and what it is there's 30 servings in there, and it provides 8 servings of fruits and vegetables in raw organic powder form. So you can put them in water, you can put them in juice. You could put the berry and grape juice, and kids don't even know it's there, so you can sneak in the vitamins and minerals on them that way. So that works out really well.
That was what I was about to ask. Is there some way you can sneak it into somebody's food so they don't know they're eating it, but they're, you're really helping them out on the back end?
Yeah, they're gonna see it if you. It is actually green, so they're gonna see it if you put it in like orange juice, which some kids just call it Shrek juice. Then. And they like that. You put it directly into the grape juice, and you don't even really know that it's there.
Okay. How about cooking it into food? Have you ever had anybody do that? I mean, I'm just curious now at this point.
I don't know that I've had anyone mention that they've done that. I don't know why you couldn't do that. It is, all natural as far as that goes. I've heard of people giving it to their animals, like their dogs. You can sprinkle it on their food, and it will help with allergies because it detoxifies and just sort of alkalizes the body. So I've seen a lot lately about people actually sprinkling it on their dog's food as a way, with the seasonal allergies that we're having right now. So
I was thinking about sprinkling it on my husband's steak because he won't eat vegetables. And if I tried to hand him something green in a glass, he's not going to drink it. And I was like, how can I get him to do this?
Yeah. Maybe go with like a darker juice.
Yeah. Sprinkle it on the steak and tell him it's parsley,
There you go. You could always try that. We have an orange or a berry flavor, though, so I might pick up on it.
Well, that's quite possible. That may not work. Now, if we take the wraps and we cut them into pieces, like how would we cut it into pieces to wrap around our neck?
You can essentially cut it into 6 pieces that way. So it's shaped kind of like this, and you can cut it in 2 slices this way and 1 slice across this way, and then you can use it 6 times on the neck area. And you would just put it back in a plastic baggie and stick it in the fridge just to make sure that it stays moist, because it does have a moist product on it.
You mean the pieces that you haven't used yet? Put them in a baggie and stick them in the fridge?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
All right. Now, when you apply the wrap, I know you'll usually suggest measuring or whatever first, right?
We usually recommend that people take a before and after picture and look at them side by side, just because we're kind of so critical of ourselves that we may not see the results, but when you actually take a picture and put it side by side, you can really see those results. You can certainly measure too. I've had people do that as well. But what we tend to do now when we actually wrap people is do the before and after pictures, because they're very telling.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. You would see it more than you would with just the measurement. I could understand that, especially like in a neck area or around an arm or something. It would be different that way. Now, when you put the wrap on, does it get warm or cold, or do you feel anything at all, or?
It usually has a little bit of a tingly feeling to it. Some people say it stays kind of cool, like when you put it on. Other people say it feels warm to them. So because you have the saran wrap around it, so everybody kind of feels it differently, but there's usually always kind of a tingling that you know that there's something working there and, penetrating into the skin.
I got you. And then you had the cream that you can use in between. Does it work the same way? Does it have a tingling or a warming or a cooling effect or anything that we need to be concerned about or know about in advance?
I don't notice it tingling quite so much. It actually can be used as a pain reliever. So, like, I have fibromyalgia in my neck, and so when my neck hurts a lot, I can massage some of it in there, and it works sort of like a pain reliever. And the wraps can do kind of the same thing. They're anti-inflammatory and kind of a natural pain reliever.
Okay. Now, the special you've got going on today, the wraps for how much was it?
A single wrap you can get for $20. So
Okay.
you can, if you want to try one before you decide that you want to be a loyal customer or a distributor, you can just try one for $20.
Okay. And you said that's getting shipped straight from you. That's product that you have on hand at the moment, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
The single wraps we sell ourselves.
Okay. So they would buy that straight from you. You'd ship it out. About how long before they get it or before they receive it?
I would send it out Monday, so depending on where they are in the country, within a few days, a couple of days. I mean, I've got them right on hand here, and they'll go right out on Monday.
Okay, fantastic. Now, if they decide to do the loyal customer part and go ahead and get the box and stuff, how long would it be before they receive those? Or, the greens or anything else, if they go through your website?
If they sign up today, usually it would be shipped by like Monday, and there's different levels of shipping that you can choose, obviously. But usually I always get mine. I'm in Indiana, the company's in Florida, and I usually get it within 2 days of when they ship it. So it's a pretty quick turnaround.
That's one of the quickest I've ever heard. I did direct sales for a couple of different companies, and usually it was 2 days or 3 days before it even made it out of the warehouse.
Yeah, usually it would be like, I would say if you ordered today, like Monday or Tuesday, especially because it's like month end and everybody's probably making a lot of orders right now.
Gotcha.
So
now, do you have, or does the company have any guarantees or anything with any of the products or anything we need to know about? Is it on that end or?
Well, as far as like with our loyal customer program, they receive wholesale pricing, free products, free shipping. If anyone ever has an issue with a product or they feel like it's not working, they contact me directly, and I will work with them to get them something different as far as that goes, or whatever, to keep everybody happy.
Okay. Now, one last question. What is that product that like sucks the fat out of stuff or moves the fat through the body? What was that?
Oh, the Fat Fighters?
Yes. That was great.
Yeah. I actually don't have any right here, right today, but what it does is you take it 15 to 60 minutes after you eat, and it's from a cactus, because all of our products are all natural, so it's like a fiber from a cactus, and it absorbs up to 30% of the fat that you've eaten in that meal, and it also inhibits carb absorption. And basically, I can even send a video out. I think I posted it on the link for this on Facebook too. And the video will show you how you put oil on top of water and then you sprinkle the fat fibers on there, and you'll just see it sort of dropping to the bottom of the glass. So I can post that link as well so people can check that out.
Fantastic. Well, I've got all your comments or all your information posted in the comment stream.
Okay.
And so people will be able to get in contact with you, and I'll get you that link stream here in just a little bit so you can go in and look at it, okay?
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, Courtney, honey, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. That has been a fantastic afternoon. All right. Miss Kandra. We have Miss Kandra Rogers. Come on in, Miss Kandra. Let me make sure I don't have you muted by accident here. Oh, I do. Oh. All right, Kandra, there you go. We can hear you now. Kandra, can you hear me?
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Oh, great. There you are. Everybody, this is Kandra Rogers.
I'm here.
Okay. Well, Kandra, what have you got for us today, dear? What are you going to show us?
I'm here. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, you're going to come up a little closer to the screen, maybe.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. We can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm here with Jordan Essentials. I'm so happy to be with you guys today for Small Business Saturday. And we have Jordan Essentials is all natural botanical based products. Everything is we try to use all natural products, organic when we can. Everything's research driven, no unhealthy ingredients. Basically, we focus on what you put on your skin goes into your skin. So when you put things on topically, that goes straight into your bloodstream. There's 5 ingredients that we always avoid, which is DEA, mineral oil, and alcohol, aluminum, and parabens. There are no parabens in any of our products. That's the bad stuff that you put on your skin that will cause damage to your skin. Um, Ingredients that we do use a lot of, we use a lot of oatmeal, jojoba oil, aloe, beeswax, vitamin E, shea butter, and our Dead Sea salts. Our flagship item is our lotion bar. It looks like this. I'm not sure if you can see it. And what it is it's a solid bar of lotion. And how you use that is you basically, anywhere where you tend to get really dry, you rub it there. And it will basically act as a seal, and it uses the natural moistures in your hands or wherever you're using it. And it basically seals in that moisture to make sure that everything kind of stays moisturized. So that way, healthcare professionals, people like that love them because basically, even as you go through your hand washes throughout the day, it still keeps your hands nice and moisturized and it doesn't lose that moisture. The 4 things that we always say that you need for your skincare needs are we start with cleansing, which we use our shower gel for that, and that's what this is. And our shower gels are all natural. There's no parabens in them. And what you can do with that is we also use our salt scrub when you use that, and basically that acts as an exfoliant. It gets all the dead skin off, exposes that new layer of skin, so that everything is nice and soft and ready for moisturization. For hydrotherapy, we recommend our Dead Sea salts. With our Dead Sea salts, what this does is we get all of our Dead Sea salts from the Jordan River in Israel, and they do have healing properties. So if you use those for a light bath soak or anything like that, that would actually relieve tension in the body. It relaxes you. If you have any kind of aches and pains, it relieves those, and it just gives a really relaxing, and it puts that moisture back in your skin. And then what we use for moisturizing is we have a silky lotion, and we also have our shea butter. Our shea butters are a little thicker than the silky lotion. It just depends on what your level of dryness is. Some people have severely dry skin, and the shea butter is better for them. And some people have less dry skin, more of a normal skin, and the silky lotion would be better for that. You can follow all of that with your lotion bar, and when you use that, you can put it all over the body if need be, focusing on the areas where you're really dry.
I
And we
got you.
sell those in different sets. You can mix and match those items as you need to.
I see.
We also have essential oils. We have pure essential oils. In the pure essential oils, we carry the peppermint, the orange oil, the lavender, the tea tree oil, and the eucalyptus oil. And we also have herbal oil blends as well. One of our favorite products is our magnesium lotion. Now, what it does, we have magnesium lotion as well as a magnesium salt. What it does is it helps with all types of any kind of muscle aches, fibromyalgia, any kind of pains, eczema, it helps with that. Any kind of skin irritations, pain, magnesium lotion with that. FDA says that at least 55% of Americans do not get their daily recommended amount of magnesium every day. So a lot of us are deficient in that. So a lot of our
aches and pains and stuff come from the deficiency from magnesium. So once you start using that, a lot of people see a lot less people who get chronic leg pains or the Charlie horses in your legs at night. You rub this on before bed, and that's dramatically reduced. If you do end up getting the Charlie horse, you can use it during, and it helps ease the pain for that as well.
What is
And
what is
also
so
there's the
bad
soap, so
about
you can also
paraben?
use that actually in the bath as well.
Okay.
Was there a
What is
question?
what is so bad about paraben? What are parabens?
Well, parabens are basically all of the well, the parabens disrupt the hormone function. Basically, it makes it where your hormone function is not going through the natural process. And also, concentrations have been identified in biopsy samples from breast cancer. So some parabens and products have been linked to breast cancer as well. So it's best if you can keep those out of the products that you're using too, just because it's been linked to so many different studies with breast cancer, skin cancer, things like that as well. So
Okay.
it just basically disrupts the natural hormone function, and we don't want anything that basically our bodies do everything that they need to do naturally, so we don't really need skincare products to interrupt that natural hormone function in our body.
I got you. Um, the essential oils, how do you use those? Do you just like put a drop on and rub it in, or how do you use those?
Well, the essential oils, it depends on which one you're using. Like my lavender oil, we usually always mix our essential oils with either an unscented lotion or a carrier oil. My lavender, what I'll do at night is I have a 2-year-old, so I will mix it with some unscented lotion, put it on the bottom of his feet, put socks on, and that really helps him to rest better at night. Um, the eucalyptus is good during cold and flu season. It works really well. Mix it with some unscented oil, and instead of using the Vicks vapor rub, you can mix it with an unscented carrier oil, the jojoba oil, and rub it on the neck, right under the nose, right behind the ears, in the area so that you can breathe better at night. The peppermint oil is really good for if you get migraines or really bad headaches. A lot of people will mix it with a carrier oil, rub it on the temples, rub it across the forehead, rub it behind the neck, and that can relieve the headaches. The orange oil acts as a really good deodorizer. You can mix that. You can mix the orange oil. You can use a half a cup of baking soda, 2 cups of water, and 10 drops of the orange oil, and you can use that as your natural Febreze. So that's just a few different ways that you can use the essential oils, but the possibilities are absolutely endless with them.
Wow, that's
Now we
awesome.
also have our lemongrass products. We carry the lemongrass products in a spritzer. We also have them in the lotion bar as well as the shower gel and the shea butter. All of the lemongrass products are great for summer because they're all a natural bug repellent. So if you don't want to use the chemicals to defeat the bugs this summer, you can use it will fight against ants, mosquitoes, and ticks. We've had a lot of people to have swimming lately here, and they've been talking about the ticks, and it's really been working well to repel against the ticks as well. So lemongrass products are really great for the summer. We also have our sunless tanner products that are really popular during the summer months, and basically it's an all-natural sunless tanner instead of using any of the chemicals. And what it does is it works with the sugars in your skin. So over time, when you apply it, it applies on just like a lotion. And over time, what it does is it continues to darken. So over 6 hours, when you do an application, over 6 hours, your skin continually gets darker, working with the natural sugars in your skin.
Okay, it doesn't leave you orange, does it? A lot of the sunless tanners make me orange, so I just quit using those.
Oh, the orange. No, it does. It actually doesn't leave you orange at all.
Okay, good.
I had a picture of it. On my site, on my Facebook page, I actually have a picture of the sunless tanner, and you can see the difference within the 6 hours. But it doesn't leave that orange feeling that a lot of people complain about, because it's actually working with those natural sugars in your skin, so it's naturally darkening your skin, and it's not actually putting a layer of the orange on you, basically. So
Okay.
that's why you don't get that orange look with it.
Okay. And it's not going to stain my clothes or my
Now we
sheets,
also
right?
have a face care line, and with that we have a normal system, a oily system, and a dry system. And people with acne problems really love our acne system. It comes with the Silic acne gel, as well as our oatmeal milk and honey soap, which you use first, and then you use the acne gel in your problem areas, and then we follow that up with our daily moisturizer. So that a lot of people have really had good results from the acne systems as well.
Okay. And when they start using the acne system, how long is it before they see results?
I'm sorry, did you have a question? I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. When they start using the acne system, how long is it before they start seeing results?
Results with the acne system. Generally, people see results if you're consistent using it within 7 to 14 days. It just depends on the consistency. When adults generally start to use it, they'll see results within the first 7 days. So I found that if you use it at morning and at night every day, you'll usually see results within those first 7 days. But it is one of those things where you have to be consistent with using it.
Okay. Where do we go to find you? What is your website, and how do we contact you with questions?
You can actually, my website actually has all of my contact information on it. So if you go straight to the www.myjestore.com/kbryant, it actually has my email address and my phone number on there. If you have any specific skincare issues or anything like that, do give me a call, because we basically specialize in skincare issues. So if you have anything that's specific, you don't want to ask a question publicly, go ahead and send me a message, give me a call, and I can let you know what products we can use to work with that.
Okay. And do you have any specials going on right now, or starting any
Actually,
specials?
today I am running a special for our small business stock Saturday. Free shipping for anybody who orders from my website by 11:59 tonight. If you order tonight, I'll go ahead and refund the shipping to you through PayPal. So as long as you order from my site, register tonight, I will go ahead and refund that shipping through PayPal, as long as you order by 11:59 tonight.
Oh,
So that's
fantastic.
an
So that
excellent
makes the
deal.
shipping free. We like free shipping.
Absolutely.
Okay. Any last words for the viewers?
Nothing. I just look forward to helping anybody with your skincare issues. Do feel free to give me a call, shoot me an email, or hit me on my Facebook page. Thank you so much for having me today.
Oh, thank you. We
Thank
appreciate it,
you.
Kandra. All right, everybody. Now we are going to have Miss Stacy May joining us. Stacy, are you there? I think I flipped your camera off. Stacy? There you are. Stacy, can you hear me? Stacy, can you hear me? Maybe having a technical difficulty here. Hold your thumb up if you can see me. Thumbs up, can you hear me? You can hear me. Okay. Go ahead and talk to me. I can't hear you. I'm hearing something. Oh, that was you taking your thing off there. Shoot. Okay, try it again. Stacy, can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me. I can't hear you. Try checking the volume on your computer. Sometimes if your volume is turned down really low, it'll cut your mic out. Let's see. Okay, try saying something. Nope, we can't hear you. I'm so sorry. Okay, you've still got the links and everything. Maybe try turning your computer off and back on, and then we'll bring you back in at 3. Or if you get back in quick enough, but I'd rather bring you back in at 3 so you can get your whole time in. Because I don't know what's going on with your mic or why it isn't working. Unfortunately, that is the risk we run. It doesn't look like you have yourself muted. But yeah, we can't hear a thing. So, Lany, if you're listening at the moment, if you want to go ahead and come on in, if you're ready, we'll go ahead and do yours first while I try to get her stuff straightened out. If you're ready. If not, we'll try something else. Okay. For those of you at home that are watching, if you're liking the show and you have any interest, if you have a product, a product, an item, a service, anything that you would like to get on the show, by all means, please contact me here on Google+. My name is Delilah Taylor. Or you can find me on Facebook, and I will get that link for you also here in just a moment. Now, to be on this show, you can get a 15-minute time slot to do your demo or a 30-minute time slot. The 15-minute time slot is $20 to come on, and the 30-minute time slot is $35, but you also get a copy of your video to go with it. So you can get all the promo. You can use the video for training, you can use it for sales, you can use it for promotions, whatever you want to do. Now, the great thing is when we're all here together, I bring my people, you bring your people, it makes it for a much larger audience. And then this show actually backs up to YouTube. So last week we had over 100 views on YouTube within 24 hours. People were still buying, still purchasing. And I put all of your links and information also on the YouTube channel. And then I also run portions of it within Facebook, so you get to see that also. So you don't have to worry about it. We're going to try to get Stacy back in here in a few moments. But if anytime you have something that you want to talk about, we can pop you in here. You can bring up let's see, Stacy's going to be doing jewelry for us. She's going to be talking about Origami Owl, and Lany Sullivan is going to be talking about her new book that's going to be coming out here soon, and a special that she has going on with that. Lany will be in here in about 10 minutes. But by all means, we can get you in here and have you right on the show, and you will be live in front of an audience. That's why we are having these problems now. Sometimes that does happen live. You have a little bit of a problem there. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to get you my Facebook link. That's what I was doing. I know I had something that was going on. I'm a little strange like that. Sometimes I forget what I'm doing. Let's see. Oh, did somebody just pop in? Oh, Tracy's back. And Stacy's back. Stacy, try talking to us, hon.
Hi, it's Trace. Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Tracy. Hang on just a minute.
Can
Stacy,
you hear
try
me?
saying something. Yes!
Okay, good.
Yay!
Can
Okay,
you hear me?
go ahead and start telling us what you...
Oh, good. Okay.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead and start giving us your demo, and
Okay.
I'll just have Lany come in and let her run over a few minutes. So
Okay.
we're good, but go for it.
Okay. I'm here to talk about Origami Owl. I don't know if some of you are not familiar with Origami Owl. It's custom jewelry and lockets. I have a few samples here I can show you guys. One right here is the bracelet. What I like about it is Origami Owl is very unique. You personalize it the way you like it with your charms, and they just came out with the spring summer collection that came out in March. So there's a lot more lockets to choose from. I wear the mini one every day, which is this one right here. If you can
Okay.
see that.
Yeah.
And then also there's the large, which is right here, and the medium. So that gives you an idea on the sizes. For a mini locket, you can fit about 2 to 3 charms. For a medium, between about 4 to 7, and a large between 7 to 10. And basically what you do is you choose your locket, choose the charms that are suited to you, what you like, and then you choose your chain. And they also have dangles that go on it, like for this one. I think it looks a lot nicer with the dangle on the side, if you can see that.
Yeah, those are really adorable.
They are, and they make great gifts. My best friend, she's going through breast cancer right now, so I gave her the heart locket, which she really liked. You can put the plate in it, which it says love in the middle of it. So there's so many different things you can do with it. That's why I like it.
Now, how many different charms or do they have, and how many can fit in a locket at a time?
For the mini, it's between 2 and 3. Sometimes depending on the size. The bigger charms, like for example, the love one that I have in here. It's kind of hard to see right now, but it's one of the bigger ones. So if you put a bigger charm in, you're gonna get about 2 in a mini locket. But for the medium, you can fit between about I'd say about 4 to 6, and then for a large would be 7 to 10, just depending on you know what size you like.
Okay. Now, I've seen Origami Owl before, and there's different groups of charms. Like there's some that are like for firefighters, and some that are breast cancer, and there's all different types that are. And do they ever change those out? Do they come out with new stuff like every so often, where you have something new to choose from? And
Yeah, actually, last month they just came out with one for child abuse awareness. It's there's 2. There's one that's a hand that has a heart in the middle, and then there's one for that it's about bullying, and it's so it's they're constantly coming out with new ones, especially for causes like different cancer awareness. So it's nice, especially if it's something from your past that you can kind of share in your locket. That's what I like about it.
Okay. And the lockets themselves, what kind of metal is that? Or, I mean, what are those made out of? Do you know?
The lockets themselves are sterling, but the chains are not. But they do hold up for quite a while.
Okay. So are they gonna, do they have any sort of guarantee? Or, I mean, can you just swap out the chains and keep the locket, or do you just buy new lockets after it's gone? Or how long
Yeah,
do
you
those normally
can.
last?
Actually, the one that I have, it's not one of their chains. It's just one that I have that I rather use. Um, but they have a 90 day return policy. So if you get it and you drop it and something breaks, or you decide you don't want you want to get something different in the 90 days, then you can return it.
Okay. And how much are the lockets? Because I know you said they're different sizes. How much do those run? And how much normally does each charm run? Or do they come in group packages? Or how does that work?
The chains, well, actually, the lockets are range between 22 and 44. The only one that's 44 is the large heart one. It's one of my favorites, but and then the charms are all $5.
Okay. And uh, you said you could fit 2 or 3 charms in the small locket. How many can you fit in the large one or the medium one?
The large is the medium's about 4 to 6, and the large is between 7 and 10.
So, curiosity here. If I wanted to buy a locket, but buy different charms and change the charms out, am I able to do that? Or once it's closed, it's closed?
No, it actually it opens up. So if you want, like, certain times you want to wear certain charms, you can do that. Or if you decide you want to change the locket, you can take the charms from one locket and put into another. So it's kind of nice. You can change it out. Now
Yeah.
they now have the colored ones, so it's not just the gems on the front. They have now one, it's a teal color, and then there's a white one, and then there's a pink one. So it's a little different. And then they also have the ones that don't have the stones on the outside, if you like something more simple.
Okay. And yeah, I guess the outside of the locket, is that glass or plastic, or what is that? And is
It's
it going to scratch?
it's glass.
It is glass.
But it's pretty scratch resistant, especially like the bracelet, because you're gonna scratch it on things sometimes, on desk or whatever, but it holds up pretty good.
Okay. And you told me there was a 90-day money back guarantee or exchange program or something like that, correct?
Right. If anything happens in the 90 days, you can either return or exchange it.
Oh, I know what I was going to ask. On the necklaces, how long are those?
You can get anywhere from 16 to 30. Just depends on how long you like it.
Okay. And is it a different price for a different length?
Yeah, it varies. I want to say it's about $14 and up for the
Okay.
chains, depending on the length and the size.
Okay.
And then also, if you get the bracelet like this one, just keep in mind that the locket is sold separately. You just attach it when it comes in, when it's mailed to you, just attach the locket.
All right. And the
Yep.
sizes on the bracelets, because I've got to ask, because I've got teeny weeny little wrists. So the normal bracelet does not fit me. So am I able to get those smaller or take links out? Or people with larger wrists, are they able to add links in or make them bigger?
I know they have extensions on the necklace. You can.
The bracelet, I'm not sure, but you can get 8-inch because it does run a little small. So there's 7 and 8-inch.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm sending a message here and trying to get your information in there. So, if we have questions or somebody has questions, please put it in the comment stream. Or if somebody wants a question specifically for you, how did they get in touch with you? Where would they go to ask you something specific? Because people have all sorts of weird questions nowadays, I know.
The easiest way, if you go on my website, it's Stacy, Stacy May, May .origamial.com. And you'll see on the bottom left of the screen there's a link and it says email me, and you can email me that way, or also on Facebook. I'm trying to think of the easiest way that you can go to stacymaysorigamial.com. I think it's, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of the Facebook one is but it's Stacy May's Origami Owl, and you can pull me up that way too.
Oh, we have a question here from the audience, from Alexandra. It says, Stacy, any chance to order custom charms? This is cute. We're opening up a brewery boutique. I'd like to have beer charms, hop, sweet, beer glass. Do you have any of those, or do you know if those would be available, Stacy? Anything like that?
There is, yeah. There's actually a wine one. It has the wine and it has the grapes next to it. That's one they just came out with in March.
Okay.
So that's one, and there's a few other ones. Like I think there's actually a martini glass too.
Okay, but nothing specifically with beer that you know of?
No, I don't think they have one for beer.
Okay. Do you know you can't have them make one for beer, can you? Or do you know?
That's something you could always email and ask Origami Owl if that's something that they consider putting out, or.
Okay. All right. I got you, Alexandra. I hope that opened or answered your question there, hon. You know, you can get some wine and some martinis. So don't know about the beer, but that would be a great idea for a brewery. I agree. Okay. Excuse me. Seems like there was something else I was gonna ask. There's are they ever gonna come out with an ankle bracelet, or is there anything along those lines, or hair charms, or anything that you know of?
I'm not sure, but I know they just came out with earrings, and they're supposed to have a new collection coming out soon. I just haven't seen where they've announced a date yet.
Okay.
So they'll have more coming out soon, probably more charms.
All right. So hopefully, maybe Alexandra, maybe they'll come out with some beer charms, because there's a lot of beer drinkers out there. I like it.
Yeah.
That would be great. Okay. Stacy, what is your website again, one more time, hon, so everyone can get a hold of you and get a look at your charms? And
Okay, it's Stacy, Stacy May, May .origamial.com.
all right, and I do have that in the chat window for everybody in the stream. So, oh, and there we go again, stacymay.origami.owl.com. Okay, fantastic. We have it there. So, all right, Stacy, any last words, any specials that you want to tell anybody about, or anything before we sign off here and bring on our next group?
I will throw in a free charm for anyone that orders today. It's $5 values, and just get in touch with me, and I'll make sure that it's off your order. And thank you for having me, and check out my website.
All right, honey. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. So y'all go get you some charms and bracelets and get ready for summer, and a nice necklace. And hey, they're perfect gifts.
Definitely.
Always. Birthdays, Christmas is coming up. Go grab you some. So, all right, Stacy. Thank you, honey, for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Lany and Ryan, come on in.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
Hello, hello.
How are you guys?
We've
Great.
been waiting here, creeping around.
No, you're doing just great. I've been waiting to hear about this book because apparently I need it.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true. I'm going to let Lany talk first because my lower third stopped working.
Mine did too, so that's all right. I'm just gonna forget about it.
Okay.
So the book is called Stop Wasting Time and Burning Money, and it started out as a time management, kind of a blog / white paper that I was writing. I get asked a lot about how do I get everything done when, and all the time, how do I get everything done in such a short amount of time? And I'm like, everybody has 24 hours a day. It's just what you choose to do. And so in the book, in the intro, I wrote, my about, like my why, like how this all came about, like how I learned time management. And I was 19 and I was a stubborn little fool, and I had a manager that set me straight. And I didn't know time management. I was out of high school. I was working a full-time job and didn't know how to manage my time. And so she really set my course for time management. And as Ryan and I were talking, and he was creating he's put up our busy badge, which is part of our first chapter in the book. But as he was creating the cover for me for this document that I was gonna promote and everything, he did a really fabulous book cover, and I was like, oh dang, I gotta write a book.
It was all by accident entirely.
It was completely accidental. It wasn't intentional. And so we actually started to collaborate on just building it out. And so we set it up where we talk about your choices that you make during your day. We talk about goal setting. We talk about vision casting. We talk about your dreams. Because everything leads, everything starts there and leads to time management. Because if you don't know what to manage and how to manage your time and where you're going with your time, then you're just spinning your wheels or hitting your head against a brick wall, whichever way you want to look at it. So, so that's kind of how it started. We have it on sale. It's a workbook. It's not just a book. It's a workbook. So, Ryan, do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So basically, Lany and I, in the process of writing it, we're using Google Documents, which is an amazing way to collaborate. If you're not using it, you should. One, it's hilarious because we can totally troll each other while we're working, and I can find out where Lany's typing and then immediately go where she's at and say something stupid to interrupt her. So the whole process of writing the book, one, has been a huge learning experience because, well, we're talking about time management and not getting distracted and all that stuff. Meanwhile, we get distracted.
Okay. So how long is the book, if you don't mind my asking?
Right now, it's...
Without worksheets, right?
Yeah, without the worksheets and stuff, I think it's at least 100 pages.
Wow.
But we're still not done yet in terms of all the editing and putting all the content and that kind of stuff in. But yeah, I mean, it basically started out as Lany saying, "Hey, here's like a 2-page thing. I need you to make a pretty graphic for." And I'm like, "No, that's
okay,
not."
Wait, it wasn't 2 pages. It was more like 5.
Okay, well, whatever. So it's turned into something really powerful.
Like white paper, buy this little thing, and yeah, Ryan did this awesome graphic, and I was like, oh man.
And we got some really nice promotions from people who actually died and didn't get the chance to read the book. But this is what Abe Lincoln probably would have said. I mean, he thought that we would have easily set the standard for life, business, and leadership resources for decades to come. I mean, that's pretty powerful. And then, I mean, Gandhi, he probably would have been like, well, if you really want to get things done and impact the world, then this is the guide you need. So.
Okay. I know y'all are still finishing this up. When is your expected date to come out?
June 20th.
Oh man, she just said it.
I did. I just said it. I put it out there.
You put it out there.
Now you're on a deadline, dude.
Yeah, he doesn't like deadlines, and I like deadlines, which is.
And I have to move here in a couple of days, so. No pressure.
We actually have quite a bit of the book actually completed, and now we're in that editing phase. You know, the end of the book is all tools, it's all resources, it's all worksheets. So as you go through the book, there's not one chapter where we don't actually tell you. We tell you straight up, put the book away, go do the worksheet, and come back. So we want people to actually learn something and actually learn to apply what we're teaching them in the book, apply it to their lives, and actually, you know, make that work. So if you don't do the worksheets, thank you for your donation, is what we say.
Yeah. You just cheated yourself. Yes.
Yeah, you did.
That boils down to. Knowing Lany, yeah, I don't know how she does it. Well, it's got to be in the book, right? But
it is in the book.
You can do. You have like this million things that you get done. I'm like, I managed to get a lot done, but you amaze me. I was like, it's been a while.
Well,
this is part of it. Oh,
go ahead, Ryan.
I was just going to say this is part of one of the worksheets. I don't know if you guys have seen Up, but we have a nice little squirrel here that, you know, can help you stop or continue to get distracted. But basically, a lot of it is just helping people realize that a lot of the things that we get distracted by really are our choice. And the first chapter really deals with mindset and helping people think differently about the stuff that they're trying to get done, and helping them realize, hey, you know, the fact that you just watched 4 seasons of Game of Thrones, that was your decision, and that's probably why we're getting books written and you're not. So it's kind of like, you know, we're not trying to like poke fun at people, but that's
that is called flixing. I have learned.
Yeah.
You know, where you get on Netflix and you watch.
Just binge.
That's really
4 seasons of something in a weekend. Yeah, it's called flixing. I've done that.
I've done it too. We've all done it.
Everybody's done it. I mean, but it's a choice. You can choose to work and choose to be productive, or you can choose to spend your time watching TV. And everybody, I mean, we make those choices. I make those choices, you know, to watch a show, or, you know, go play or go do whatever, or be on Google Plus and be distracted by Google Plus. You know, we all have distractions. So it's a matter of what are you distracted by, and can you manage it, and can you mold it and manage that time. We actually teach you how to build out your calendar to manage your time and to evaluate where you're spending your time, whether you're spending it with distractions and whether you're spending it with what we call IPAs. And if you want to know what an IPA is, then you should get the book. We're not going to tell you.
I got you.
And we're not talking about the beer.
Actually, my next question is the book going to be online, or are you also going to come out with a hardback version or a paper version, or is it going to, are the worksheets downloads? How is that going to work out?
I can speak to that. You can look at Doc Brown while I'm talking. That's okay. So basically, the initial plan here is whenever you pre-order it, you basically lock in any updates that we put out. So what happens is whenever you pre-order it, if you enter the code FIRST50, the first 100 people to do that, obviously we've had people purchase it, so it's less than that now. But if you do that, you lock it in at half price, and it'll automatically deliver to you whenever you get the book. Or whenever we release the full version, it'll automatically let you know, hey, here's the full PDF, here's the full Kindle file, here's the full .mobi file. And so basically people can take those digital files and put them on any of their e-readers. Obviously it's not quite as simple as getting it directly off of the Kindle store, but that is something that's in the pipeline once we have it launched. But this is kind of like more of a soft launch at this point to get it in people's hands and get some feedback and that kind of thing. And then once we have more of that stuff taken care of, then we're going to go into more of the self-publishing route where people can get hard copies of it. But especially because there's color and that kind of stuff in it, we're going to have to figure out if we want to get it printed in color, because obviously that's going to cost more, that kind of thing. So,
Okay.
but we also are planning on doing an illustrated version after this with a friend of mine he's a cartoonist in Illinois, and we're basically gonna break it down even further and even more simple for people who like pretty pictures. So.
I like picture books. I'll just tell you. It makes me
Quote of the day.
I like picture books. Okay, I am going to tell y'all your lower third's disappeared. Well,
Yeah, we know. It's okay.
I actually had the link up here for your book, and it has disappeared off the comment stream. So just if somebody wants to go in there and put it in, that would be great.
I'll put it there.
Yeah, and it's really easy. You just go to reformationdesigns.com. Ryan will put it in there, and it's right on the front page. The 50% off price is only $3.99, so it's worth it. We put in more than $3.99 worth of effort into this book.
I was about to say $3.99.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
We're gonna cry right now. No, but we really, we've experienced a lot of training, leadership training, goal training, time management training, all of that, and then we've applied it, and we've learned what works for us. And what works for us may not work for you. What works for me doesn't work for Ryan. What works for Ryan may not work for you, Delilah. And so we talk about that in the book as well, that you have to find kind of your process and your system, but we teach you how to find it. So it's important if you really want to accomplish something and get things done, and you have a long-term goal. First, you got to figure out what that long-term goal is, and then you break it back down to essentially your dream, to your goal, to your task, and then your to-do list, and then the application of it. So that's what we teach you how to do. And then we were kind of tired of people, all these big names going, hey, this is what you do, but then there's no how-tos, there's no resources, there's no worksheets,
They don't share their infrastructure.
Yeah, they don't, exactly. And so that's why we did it. We lay out all the tools that we use. We even lay out tools that we don't use just as options, because, like I said, what works for us may not work for you. So we want to be able to provide you with, a whole list and a whole resource base that you can go test out products. And we actually have a worksheet.
I love that, because when I was learning how to do marketing and branding and whatnot, and I was working with a couple of different coaches, and they're like, okay, you need this, and you need this, and you need this, and you need this, and I was like, okay, how do I get that?
Mm-hmm.
You go online and get it, but nobody knew where and nobody knew how.
Right.
So it was like.
Well, the nice thing is that even in the resources section, for some of them, we even have resources for the resources. Like Jason Frasca, he's an Evernote genius, and so we talk about Evernote in the resources section. But it's not like, hey, here's this website, have fun. It's like, here's this website, it's really great, and here's a resource that you can contact to learn more about this particular resource. Now, we don't do that for all of them, obviously, but there are some in there that we point you in the direction not just of what the resource is, but how to do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Most of the answers I usually got was, well, just go Google it. And then, which is a great answer, but either you get a whole lot of resources and have to dig through each one, or you still can't find the one that you want. So if you got them laid out there, that is fantastic.
Yeah, we have them all laid out. Some of them we break down, the whys, and we actually have third-party reviews on some of them, just so you can get a different perspective than just our perspective. And then we have a list, and we have links for every single resource, so you can absolutely go in on that document, click the link, and go to the resource, download it. Some are free resources, some are not free resources. You have to choose what works best for you. So
fantastic. Now, you have a special running right now.
We do. If you go to reformationdesigns.com, and everybody who puts in first 50, we have the first 100 books for sale. Like Ryan said, we have less than 100 right now. available at the $3.99 price, and then it goes back up to $7.99 after the first 100 books. So, get your book now before it goes back up. I mean, even $8 is a great price, but get it for $4.
Yeah.
Now, y'all are still working on it, so if they pre-order it now, when will they actually get it?
They'll get it when we release it.
Yeah.
On the 20th. And does that come in like an email or a download or?
Correct. It comes in an email. Basically, anytime we update the files that are, because it's using a service called Gumroad to deliver it, which is a phenomenal resource for selling things online. But basically, what happens is anytime we upload a new digital file to our product, it'll automatically deliver to all our customers, current and past. And so they'll automatically get the full version as soon as we release it.
And we are releasing the first chapter. Actually, you don't even have to pay for the book to get the first chapter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you go on the website and click pre-order, a button or a window will pop up that will let you download the free preview also. So.
Okay, well, fantastic. So you can at least get the first chapter ingested and go ahead and pre-order, get it 50% off, and then it'll be in there very soon, and you can get the rest of it. That is awesome.
And if you pre-order it, you also get a high-resolution version of the Busy Badge that you can print out and wear as an excuse for not getting things done.
Yes, you can just pin it to your chest and just walk around with it.
Don't mind me, I'm just busy.
I'm just busy. Yeah.
That is great. Ron, you cracked me up, dude.
Well, that's the other reason that we wanted to write this is so many of these books, like, they take themselves too seriously. It's like nobody is 100% serious all the time, and so we're serious maybe like 15% of the time. So we wanted a book that kind of had our personality infused into it.
Yeah, we definitely infused our personalities into it. And outside of it, I got a call one day from Ryan. What? I have another worksheet to do? What are you talking about? So we'll be writing along, and I'm like, okay, fill this worksheet out. He's like, wait a second, what worksheet is this? So
nice.
So yeah, I put him to work, and I made him do worksheets. And so he's actually kind of following. He said one day it was therapeutic for him to actually do the worksheet, because then he wrote it out, and he was like, wow, that was kind of cool.
It actually works.
Nice. All right. I saw that you do have the information to order in the comment stream because it disappeared on mine. So it's been a weird day.
It has been. That's okay. No worries.
Well, it's live. Y'all know how that goes. So I do appreciate you being here. Any last words?
Go get the book, first 50. Get your discount.
Wow. 50.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, go. That's all we got to say. Go get the book, and we're excited. We're not done. So this will be a first book of many. Watch out.
Fantastic.
I just got volunteered, I think.
Yeah, I think you did.
I got drafted.
Fantastic. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for being here and telling us about your book. And yeah, I'll be getting it.
Yay, awesome. Well, thanks for having us. This is a great idea. So I hope you continue to do this project. I like it.
Yeah, thank you. All right, bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Stacy and Ryan.
That was Lany and Ryan.
Oh, that was Lany and Ryan. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yep, bye.
Stacy was last. That was Lany and Ryan. Reformation Designs. Stop wasting time and burning money. Now we have it. Okay. So, make sure and go get your book from them. I feel so silly saying her name wrong. All right, everybody. And then the last person for the day is me. Yeah. I know I have brought a number of people over here from Facebook, And I have a lot of direct sellers that I work with that are just having a lot of problems. They do the in-home party sales, but a lot of people are wanting to learn how to do the online parties and rev up their money by doing the online parties and spending all this money doing Facebook ads, doing AdWord ads, spending a lot of time posting pictures for your businesses on Facebook, posting links to Facebook, and Facebook is just like completely loaded over, but you're just not getting your feet into the ground. Nobody's answering you. And everybody's wanting to know, well, okay, direct sellers, especially party sellers, you're wanting online parties. You either want a hostess or you're wanting to gain happy members to your team. That's part of the wants. You want a hostess or happy members. Next, you want an audience. You want people who are there in that party that are ready to buy, that know why you're there, they have their money out, and they want to see what you have. Next, you want visibility. And I'm not talking about visibility for your company. I'm talking about visibility for yourself. And that's a huge thing, because you want to get your face out there and your name out there along with the business that you're with, so people will continuously buy from you. They know the company name, but you want them to buy from you. So with that, you have to have visibility for yourself as a person, not just for your company name. You can promote the company name all day long. You know what? If you ever quit selling it, your company is still making money, but you aren't. So you want visibility for yourself. The next part is you want engagement. And that means if you're doing that online party, or you're doing those online sales, or you're getting those online team members, the happy team members, you want engagement. You want people that when you make a post, they're going to answer you. They're going to ask questions. They want to know what's going on. They want to know how this works, how long it's going to last, when is it going to end, how much is it going to cost. And you want all these questions coming at you, and you want to be able to answer them, because what is all this going to lead up to? It's going to lead up to sales. And that is the end result for every marketer out there, right? Is to make sales. And it doesn't matter, you may be selling amounts that are small, you may be selling amounts that are big, but in the end result, you want sales. You want to do all this work and actually have a payoff in the end. So you have all these wants, and then you have haves. And that's what you need, is the haves. And the haves is the hostess and happy team members, the audience, the visibility, the engagement, and the sales. Going to turn your wants into haves. And how we're going to do that is with the Virtual Party Stars community. Okay, I'm starting a brand new community, and what we're going to do in this community is every week, it'll be a Facebook community. Every week I'm going to do a new training video for you, which is going to teach you how to have people contacting you wanting to be a hostess or wanting to be a happy team member. You're not going to have to run people down anymore. My Facebook message inbox is literally full all day long. I mean, 10, 20 people a day are contacting me. I spend 2 or 3 hours a day just messaging back and forth with people that have contacted me. And that's what you want. Instead of like spending all your time putting all your energy and effort into this, I make one post, and it's free. I don't even pay for it. It's free. I put one post in a community, and people contact me all day long. And that's what I'm going to teach you how to do. Okay? So we're going to have a new training video every week teaching you how to get hostesses, how to get team members, how to do presentations. Once a month, I'm going to do a live webinar with everybody. We're going to be on a format just like this. You're going to get to have Q&A live. And even if you cannot make it there live at the time, it's quite all right, because there will be a recording, and that will also be added into the Facebook community, which you can watch at any given point. Now, you'll also have instant access to all the videos and all the webinar trainings all the time. They never go away. I'm going to put them into one web space, and you're going to have the link to this space. So say you've got a big event coming up and you want to go back and you're like, oh, where was that video on events? Instead of trying to scroll back 2 or 3 months worth of community events, you're going to go to this webpage and look it straight up. And it's going to be right there for you. And of course, you're also going to be in a community. So you're going to have access to ask questions and get answers from the other community members and from me on a regular daily basis. So you're not going to have to sit there and try to call, or if you got a coach, wait till next month when it's time to have your monthly meeting with them. You go right into your community and ask. And there's going to be somebody there to help you. And along with that, there's going to be other community members that are also asking questions. And you, by all means, help them. We're all going to be there to help each other. And that's what that's all about, is being a community and helping one another. And if you've got a training or something that you would like to do or like to discuss, hey, bring it up. Maybe you'll be running one of the webinars, okay? Now, and the next part, you will also be the first ones notified about upcoming Small Biz Saturdays. So you will have first dibs to get your business on this show, on the Small Biz Saturday show. Before I let anybody else know, you guys are going to know first. The community members will always get first dibs. So you don't have to worry about that. This is the true work from home system. I told you guys I've done direct sales. I have went to parties, got there, nobody showed up. I've lugged around 3 and 4 bags and a table in the trunk of my car, and it's heavy. I have paid for weekends to go out doing vendor events and then not sold a thing, not signed up a team member. I'm going to teach you how to have these people hunting you down. Instead of paying out all this money, you're not going to do that anymore. All your advertisement and everything that you're going to do within Facebook is going to be free. People are going to be contacting you. I'm going to teach you how to do the live webinars like this. We're going to stop posting pictures with company names on them and making company posts and flooding all your family and friends. We're going to start working in video. I'm going to teach you how to stop building the Facebook events, the party events that nobody shows up to, and we're going to start working on building your community so you have that consistency there all the time. And before it's over with, you're going to get to work straight from your computer all the time. No more spending money sending out catalogs to people that are never going to answer you. No more spending money going to local vendor events where there's nobody in your niche market that wants to buy anything from you. No more going to parties and getting there and no guests showing up, or even worse, having the party on the books for weeks and weeks and weeks and getting that phone call 30 minutes before it's party time with a cancellation. Not going to happen anymore. You're not going to have to worry about it. Now, I'm sure you're wanting to know, how much is this? This is a monthly membership, and it is very, very easy. What I'm doing right now, because this is a brand new introductory offer, for the very first month up until June 1st, you get in for $19.99 a month. Okay? Now, beginning, not June 1st, I'm sorry, July 1st. So you have the entire month of June, you get in for $19.99 a month. Beginning July 1st, the membership cost is going to go up to $24.99. But it will not for you. If you get in on the membership now, your cost will always be $19.99 as long as you are a member. And every week, you're going to get that video. Every month, we're going to have that live webinar training with Q&A. And you're going to have access to all those videos the entire time for life at the cost of $19.99 a month. And you can cancel at any time. So you're not locked into a contract. You can get all the training. You can take it back to your team members if you're a team leader. All that $19.99 a month until the time that you decide that you don't want to do it anymore. Now, this is going to be a secure payment through PayPal. You do not need a PayPal account. You can pay with any credit card or debit card directly through PayPal. I'm going to get you the PayPal links, and you can go straight to it. And once you make that first payment of $19.99, it's going to take you directly to the Virtual Party Stars community site on Facebook. All right, so you won't have to worry about it. And I'm going to spend this next week loading up the videos in that community site. And in the meantime, if you got a question, if you got something coming up fast, if you need to speak with me, go ahead and put those questions in there. Start loading me up. You may think of something that I haven't even considered yet. So, but one more time, let's turn your wants into haves. What are the haves? Hostess and happy team members, an audience, visibility, engagement, and sales. All right, everybody. So I will get that PayPal link in there for you, and I will see you very soon because you are a rising star. All right? Love you, darlings. Thank you for being here on Small Biz Saturday.